into what the karma coming towards your Gangstalkers is going to be. So we have 3 piles today. Pile 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. And we are going to get started with pile 1. So let's see, pile 1. What is the karma of pile 1's Gangstalkers? I feel like a lot of you, their karma is that they're going to have to watch you breaking these chains. You've learned a lot, you've grown a lot, and you're going to be breaking free of anything that has to do with that. We have the Mermaid's Tail, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries. For some of you, this could definitely be something family related. Pisces, Intuitive. This could have something to do with parents or children. This could even have something to do with trying to start or initiate fights within your family as well. It could have something to do with an in-law. Definitely a very strong family feel to this pile here. Somebody could have been trying to stop you from taking care of your family in some sort of way, or trying to stop you from being the nurturing person that you are in some way. These people are definitely going to have to watch you breaking free of that. They're going to have to watch you diving deep, even though they wanted you to remain in a very shallow energy, or they wanted you to remain in an energy where you were untrusting of others and where you could not connect any deeper. They're going to have to watch you removing the judgment from your life, remaining very open-minded, regardless of what's been going on. This person may end up with a lot of fights or arguments within their family as well. That could be part of what this is they could be ending up with a lot of fights and arguments within their family. Y, A, N, Yanni, Z, P, C. It's got something to do with a computer as well. And if that's the case, there could actually be some of you who chose pile 2 because there's a picture of a computer over there. E, M, Acme, W, Y, S. So there could actually be some sort of spiritual warfare that's been going on with these people too. Sway With Me is a really good song. Any. Call me any time. Call me. Zap. Space. Many. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been messing with you in this pile. These people are going to have to be watching you create space, and they're going to be realizing that you're good on your own. And these people might actually end up with a very large void going on inside of their life or inside of themselves that they're feeling like it's very hard to fill. And this is that void that they were trying to cause within you. Man. Juan. Nap. Pack, pace. They're going to be watching you pick up pace in your life. A lot of you, they're going to be watching you win. They're going to be watching you get an award of some kind, or they're going to be watching you get recognition of some kind. A cup of coffee for your head. There's a song that I don't even know what it's called, but it says something about a cup of coffee for your head. I'll be there with a cup of coffee for your head, or something like that. And lately, every time I see those flowers, all I can think of is, I can buy my own flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say all the things you don't understand. So for a lot of you, you're going to be enjoying the alone time you have. You're going to be enjoying the people that are around you. You're going to be enjoying the spaces that you're in. You're going to be really feeling very good about your life, and you're going to be receiving a lot of recognition. A lot of recognition, I feel like, that these people were trying to stop, delay, or alter. A lot of these people may have been trying to get people to see you in a very bad way. These people could have even been trying to convince you to change yourself in some way, because whoever you were, they didn't think was good enough. Or they may have even been trying to do that to keep you from being able to have those people around or have that support around. Hi, sweetheart. No worries. Thank you for thinking I'm awesome. Was not ignoring you. Didn't see anything till just now. And honestly, you shouldn't feel that way about somebody you don't even quite know yet. Just to throw that boundary there. Hi, Moonlight, I see. I'm doing good, sweetheart. I hope you've been doing good too. Judgment. 3 of Stakes. 8 of Coins. Page of Wands. And the 5 of Scythes. So this person's going to be, these people are going to be facing a lot of judgment. They're also going to be thinking a lot differently than they did in the past. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. And no worries. Pile 1 is in progress right now, yes. So, people are going to be seeing your hard work. People are going to be noticing and appreciating everything that you've done and everything that you've put in, and that you've done 90% of it on your own. Because a lot of people had walked away from you with these situations that you were dealing with, or with the rumors that were going on, the lies and the gossip and the drama that was going on, or because they felt like you should be living your life differently than what you were. And these people are going to be watching these people come back. They're going to be watching these people line up behind you to support you. They're going to be watching these people appreciate your work. And they're also going to be watching the plans that you had put into place and the things that you had been working on come into fruition. And a lot of good things coming from them. Oh, I'm sorry, Moonlight. It will get better, though. Yes, I agree. You're very welcome, Kirska. I really hope I didn't completely butcher that. Yeah, these people are going to be like, okay, the way they wanted you to be turned away from, the way they wanted you to be frowned down on, the way that they wanted you to be judged, the way that they wanted people to censor you or dislike you or whatever the case may be, that's what's going to be happening with them. They're going to be feeling like everybody's turning their back on them. They're going to be feeling like even their own family is against them on the plans that they have or the new projects that they want to go after or the things that they want to achieve. This person has spent all of their time waiting for nasty things to happen to you and planning and pursuing this path. These people put all their time, all their energy, and all their effort into a lot of really dark things when it came to you. And they're going to have to see you remaining unbothered. They're going to have to see you continue to work hard, even on your own, even with no support. And they are going to have to watch all of your plans and all of your projects come to fruition, even with no one around to encourage you or no one around to support you or no one around to lift you up. You're still going to continue and you're going to win at the end of the day. And this person hasn't even been able to do that in their life. These people haven't even been able to do that in their life with a giant group around them. They haven't even been able to do that. Everything they've been working on is falling apart, and everything that they've put time, effort, and energy into is just going to be a memory, because it's nothing that's going to last. It's nothing that's actually going to come to fruition. It's nothing that's actually going to be fulfilled in any way that is satisfying anyway. So these people, once again, could have definitely been doing something like this to break up your family, or to keep your family, or the ones that loved you the most, from loving you, to make them see you in a different light, to make them judge you, or to make them turn away from you. But all this is doing is opening their eyes to how strong you are, how much of a hard worker you are, how important your journey and your purpose is to you. And it's making them be very inspired by you. It's making them want to follow the same path. It's making them want to come towards you instead of wanting to leave you behind. So it was definitely like a plan that ended up creating the opposite effect of what they were wanting to create with it. My hair is kind of driving me a little bit crazy today. Maybe I should have just left it like it was when I woke up, because it looked pretty good, even though it was wake up hair. So, anyway. You're going to be going on a new journey soon, too. Breaking away from all of this. I feel like these people really wanted to control you and your efforts and your movements. They really wanted you to go the direction they wanted you to go. They wanted to kind of direct you on your path. But they're realizing that they could not turn you away from the things that were important to you, because those things were the things that you felt like were yours to work on, regardless of who was behind you. A few people who tried to sabotage your life, yeah. And I feel like a lot of them were trying to, honestly, for this pile, if it happened to be like a parent or something like that, I feel like the biggest reason that they were doing what they were doing is because they wanted better for you in your life, and they felt like you deserved better. They wanted you to pursue something else, because they felt like you could do anything, and they didn't want you to be hurt on the path that you were pursuing, or something like that. But at the end of the day, they ended up hurting you instead. And it just, you know, that can happen sometimes. Sometimes when somebody loves you, they worry about you, they get overly critical, they say stupid things or do stupid things. And I feel like if there was a parent involved here at all, that's kind of what was going on. It wasn't necessarily to hurt you, but it ended up hurting you at the end of the day. Right? I agree. A lot of times, though, it's just because they can't see anything like that being able to happen or being able to come true, because they weren't able to do it in their life, and so they don't want you to be hurt by not being able to do it in your life, or by failing in your life in some way. And so they want you to pick a different path so that you would get to succeed in a path. And that's the whole thing, is you could have succeeded in this path, and you could have succeeded much easier in this path without them bothering you. Or could you have? Because maybe you wouldn't have fought for it as hard if you didn't have people against you. That's one of the things that I've definitely noticed about my path too, is, you know, it's amazing how much harder you fight sometimes when you have everybody fighting against you, and when you have something to fight against. So, that is pretty much what I got for pile 1, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It would be awesome if you guys let me know how you felt about it, whether or not it resonated, in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for whatever support you send this way as well. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, timestamps, donations, purchases, everything you guys do really helps me out so much, and I could definitely use it right at this time, guys. So thank you so much for everybody that is doing it. If anybody was here for yesterday's reading, you know why, but I'm not going to get back into it right now. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. I always feel so weird doing that on the live, but there's still people who watch it when it's not during the live. Pile 2. Let's see for you guys what the karma of your Gangstalkers is. I don't have my karma cards today either, because everything's been a little messed up for a couple months. So it's been kind of hard to find some of the things sometimes. We have Aquarius. By the way, this could definitely be an ex-best friend or an ex-group of friends. We have 83. Could also be an ex-partner, or maybe even just like a friends with benefits that you had in your life. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate that. So, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius friendly. So we have Aquarius twice. And we have this little unconditional love heart. For some of you, there could be a parent involved as well, or an in-law. All right, back to getting hate messages in here, guys. Anyway, looks like we know whose pile this is. Oh, am I wearing the same jacket? Other people don't wear the same jacket 2 days running? I guess they like wasting water. So, these people spent a lot of time trying to cause arguments, trying to cause conflicts, trying to cause despair in your life. These people fed off of your sadness or your pain. They didn't like the inspiration, hope, joy, happiness, or peace that you brought into the lives of others. They didn't like that you were there to care for people, love people, nurture people, lift people up. They didn't like that you gave people a family, that you gave people a place to be. For some of you, you could have definitely been someone who housed a lot of like teenagers, or you could have been someone who always has dinner there waiting if people need it. You could have been someone that always has an extra bed there if somebody needed to lay down and go to sleep. Glad it's resonating so far, Moonlight. I see. You have a lot of people who unconditionally love you. People who love you beyond anything even imaginable. You have a lot of people who do not send any kind of judgment your way. People that it doesn't matter what you believe in, or if you disagree on things, or things like that, that they don't care because they know that you're a good person. These people are going to be facing judgment. Some of you, they may even end up in front of a judge in the court of law for the things that they've done. Somebody might actually be uncovering their cyber crimes, because I feel like there's a lot of cyber crimes involved in this pile. JUDG. B, judge, budge. Okay, what came to mind is fudge, fudge, call the judge. Mama's gonna have a baby. Wrap it up in toilet paper, send it down the elevator. What will it be? Boy, girl, twins, or alien? MLH Z. There is no vowels except for that U in here. Jug, bug, bud, Doug, lug, mug. Some of them, they are going to be, going to jail, getting a mug shot, having to deal with the law in some sort of way. I'm glad number 2 is resonating too. Been hearing a lot about court. Yeah, there's going to be something here to do with court in this pile for sure. Mud. For defamation of character for some of you as well, for trying to destroy your reputation, or trying to destroy your business, or trying to There's going to be some lies coming out and being exposed as well. P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta. Yeah, this person, the reason they've been doing this, it's like they can't help themselves. 44 is on the screen, 22 as well. It's like they can't help themselves. They wanted to stop a new beginning for you. They wanted to stop the peace in your life. They wanted to stop the friendship in your life. They wanted to tear down a foundation in your life that you had been working on building. They also were very upset that they may have been somebody who got a lot of attention, or they may have been somebody that had a lot of people on their side. They could have been somebody that was invited everywhere, somebody that everybody loved, until you walked into the door. And the moment you walked into the door, all eyes left them and went to you. And I feel like this is definitely a pile where there was a lot of jealousy that was going on here. So the attention seekers in this group were really upset that you were taking the attention that was on them. And I don't feel like any of you were doing a whole lot to get that attention. It just kind of comes to you naturally. And these people feel like they have to do so much to get that attention. And then they got it, and then somebody else came in and took it very easily and very effectively and efficiently. It is going to suck, but at the same time, you know what? It's going to be a good thing too. Thank you, beautiful. I've been doing a lot of it most of my life. I've studied psychology for 20 years, spirituality for about 8, and I've always kind of been interested in it anyway. I went to many different kinds of churches as a kid, just whatever, church whenever. Some of them I stayed at for a while, some of them I didn't. Baptist is the one that I went to the most. I have always looked for signs and symbols in things. That's why I love cloud gazing so much. That's why I've always loved rocks so much too. You just got to clear out the clutter and let the messages that are coming in come in as you're doing different things. You're welcome, beautiful, because you can do the same in your life too. 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Coins. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time to build up the skills within yourself. I'll put it this way. A couple years ago, I asked to be a better healer and to be able to heal more people. Be careful what you wish for, because you know what? That's why I've gone through the hell I've gone through over the last couple years. Because in order to help a lot of the people that I was getting ready to be helping, I had to experience a lot of the things that they had experienced. So it wasn't just the knowledge from reading books that you have, but the wisdom from actually going through the situations as well. So these people tried to send a lot of illusions your way. There was definitely some spiritual warfare in this pile. There was definitely some black magic that was being done in this pile. They may have tried to change the way others saw you or interacted with you. They could have tried to change your relationship with the animals around you as well in some way, or the people around you. They could have even tried to cause you to question your sexuality in a way, or tried to cause you to join whatever movement or group that they were a part of on that front. Exactly. I was actually thinking that too, that you guys have already transmuted all of this. You guys have already broken free of all this. I feel like a lot of it has gone back to the sender. You probably did return to senders, which means now they're like constantly unsure of what's an illusion in their life, constantly questioning everything, really unsure of the options around them and what is good and what is not. Because I feel like they definitely tried to confuse your concept of what was good in your life and what wasn't. They also heckled you. Spent a lot of time trying to tear you down or break you down. Any of the creative projects or any of the passionate pursuits that you had. They tried to keep you from expressing yourself. Exactly. And you know what? It's pretty crazy. When you do a return to sender, or even when you do a transmutation where you transmute that black magic into white magic in your favor. That's a lot of what I do anymore, is when I feel like they're just not going to learn the lesson unless they get to feel it, I send it back. But hey, why not build my life off of it, right? And it's not even my energy that I need to use. So, any black magic coming my way, I transmute it to white magic in my favor today. Any black magic coming your way, I transmute it to white magic in your favor today. Any black magic coming your way, I transmute it to white magic in your favor today. Any black magic coming your way, I transmute it to white magic in your favor today. It has a lot to do with the visualizations and shit too, but you know, all it really takes is just that quick little chant and the intention behind it. Energy's energy. And it listens to the strongest energy in the room, and if you believe and you have that faith, then that's what it's in. If you have that faith in them and you give that belief to them and you believe that they can destroy your life with their actions, then they can. If you don't, they can't. Your English is fucking phenomenal, though, for somebody who's using it as a second language. You're doing a good job. You should definitely be proud of yourself. Sorry you've been going through so much. For some of you, this person could have felt like you were a wish come true in some sort of way in their life as well. And they could have felt like they didn't want you to have anybody else's attention because it was pulling you away from them. So for some of you, they could have been stopping the attention or trying to stop you from leveling up because they felt like they were going to lose you if you did. So for some of you, it was because they were losing their crowd around them and all the people around them that were giving all their attention to them. And for some of you, it was because they were losing you because you were gaining a lot of attention from a lot of other options. There was a lot of doors opening up for you, things like that. For some of you, there could have even been like, say you were going to karaoke night or something, and there were people that were randomly yelling rude things at you while you were up there, or laughing or snickering in the middle of you doing what you were doing, or if you were going to like a comedy club, or you know, something like that where you were trying to improve your public speaking. It could have even been on here. And there was people that were just being really cruel, trolling you, trying to make you feel like the words that were coming out of your mouth weren't important or weren't good enough, or trying to make you feel like nobody was going to like anything that you had to express or anything that you were going to do, making you question what you were doing and making you feel like you were not good enough in some way, was something that they worked very hard towards. For some of you, these people may actually, one or two of them may actually end up getting in a fight in some way. They may actually try to do something like this to somebody that is an extremely serious person. I don't know why, but I just heard something about take his kneecaps out. So they could end up doing this to some people that are just extremely serious and don't play around. People that are not going to put up with something like that. People that are not as spiritual as you are and don't really feel bad about the actions they have, especially when it comes to defending themselves or the ones that they love. There could actually even be somebody that you know who is somewhat similar to this and ends up finding out who it is that has been screwing with you in some way. And they don't really got anything left to lose, so why not? Because you're like the one light they've ever met in this fucking world, and they're sick of somebody fucking with you. So yeah, there could definitely be something like that going on here for one or two of you as well. Somebody that maybe you helped and you were there for in their darkness, and they cannot understand why somebody would be trying to destroy somebody as amazing as you, and they're not going to stand by and watch it happen. That is something that they are extremely passionate about. So for whoever that one is for, there's somebody that is standing in the background going, ha, I finally figured out who's doing this, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to put a stop to it, because this is not going to continue, because that person is a fucking angel on this fucking earth, and I'm not going to let anybody fuck with them. Sounds like the divine kind of sent somebody here, a bodyguard. I can understand you feeling that way, Moonlight. And at the same time, you know, those people are put here for a reason too, right? The people who can do something are put here for a reason too, right? And also, there was this thing I was talking to you about, I've talked to you about a couple times, you know. Angels weren't all love and light all the time. I mean, they did set plagues on the earth. They are warriors. And they have a sword just like everybody else. Some of them are avenging angels. Kriska, sorry about that, sweetheart. I've had some similar things happen myself. And it really sucks when that happens. Yes. And that reminds me of the song, I'll be your protector. I can't remember what the name of the song is. I think it's just Protector. Basically, you don't have to be on these city streets all alone, always worrying about taking care of your mental health, because I'll be there right beside you because I'm your protector. So yeah, you guys in this pile, some of these people are going to have to face somebody that has decided that they are your protector and that they are going to stand up for you and that they are going to make sure that nobody fucks with you ever again, that nobody ever makes one tear fall down your face again, because it's not okay with them. And for others of you, some of these people are going to be ending up having to go to court and having to face judgment for the actions that they've taken against certain people, even if it isn't the actions against you. They're going to be facing that for the actions against somebody. Some of their stuff's going to be being uncovered. And then for others of you, some of these people aren't even going to be able to fucking focus on doing anything like that anymore, and they're not going to be able to even, some of them, leave the house, because they're going to be so mired in that confusion that they wanted you to have, and that constant paranoia, the delusions, all that kind of stuff going on within their own mind, and they're going to have a hard time even living life, let alone focusing on trying to do anything to harm anybody else along the way. Funny thing is, with who started commenting at the moment this pile started, yeah. So that's what I have for pile 2 for their karma. I don't know if I actually showed you guys I did. I showed you the pictures. But yeah, that's what I got for pile 2. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Would love to hear what you guys had to say about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonated, what you might have going on, all that good stuff. And once again, thank you guys so much for whatever support you send this way. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, timestamps, donations, purchases, everything you guys do to help me out and support me in my channel and my work. I really appreciate you guys so much. It really does so much more than you guys think it does just to hit that little like button, and it only takes a second. So thank you for that. And if you haven't done it, remember to. And let's move on to pile 3. Pile 3. It's funny because the people that hop on here to gang stalk and shit, all they do really is increase my views. They increase my views. They increase the extra people jumping on here. It's funny. And they think they're doing something to hurt or harm what I got going on. You scolded him and he called your guides snitches. People have been extremely cruel at times. I agree. And you know, honestly, I used to feel the same way, Moonlight I See. And then I was just like, you know what? If you're going to do it, do it. That's not my business. You're making that choice. It's not my choice to make. I can't force anybody to live the way that I want them to live. And at the end of the day, you know, maybe they have messengers too that are telling them what their purpose is. And who am I to stop that? Not to mention, although I will say this much, there have been people that I could get rid of that problem for you. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'd rather not be gotten rid of that way. And really, honestly, that wouldn't get rid of the problem. And if I was going to do that, I'd just do it myself. Why have somebody else have that blood on their hands for me? It's still on my hands. if I had somebody do something like that, it's still on my hands. A lot of them, sweetheart. When you live in my world, I've had a lot of people be extremely cruel. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from when you're saying that people have been very cruel in your life too. Especially if you're a tarot reader on here. $78, $45. So we got Libra, Scorpio, and we got a family tree. And we got 2021. So 2 years ago, something could have happened 2 years ago. I don't even know how the hell this penny got put in here. There's been a few of them. In real life as well as the cyber life. That last pile was hinting at one of them that I knew a couple years ago, that I actually talked to earlier this year, and the moment I talked to them, it started up again. All of a sudden, people were driving by screaming shit again, and driving by honking again, and all kinds of weird shit. Although it was kind of nice. You want to know why? Because 88, there was people this time that were actually sitting there too, and I was like, wow, it's nice to have other people here. Instead of just me. So other people could actually see what's going on instead of, you know, looking like a crazy person. P-U-G, Pug, Pug Life, K, X, W, Z. Don't care what other people are doing. What they do is on them, what I do is on me. And you know what? Without actual proof sitting right in front of my face, I'd rather not say names. B-C-O. Besides, they could, you know, try to claim that I'm making shit up and then get me in trouble for it. A-E-E-L-D. I'll say this much. The police have definitely been one of those entities. Cube. Cope. Code. Cade. Lead. Leap. Cole. Cole's song just came to mind. I feel the love around me has come from another world. I have lost love, and I have found love in a world of broken dreams. I can feel a new beginning come to me. Let me show you how. Bake, baked, lake, peak. For some reason, when I said lake, there were some things I was looking into earlier this year. Some things about like the mafia between Vegas and Chicago, and Anthony Sr. and Anthony Jr. and all that stuff that was going on, where his brother and his son turned on him and turned him in. Bleed. I still bleed red. About a month or so later, there was something about the Lake Mead. With Lake Mead having so much of the water dry out in it, there's been some extra things uncovered in there recently. One of them happens to be a man that was found inside of a barrel, a metal barrel. One that supposedly died in a fishing accident. He fell out of the boat. His wife and his kid were with him. Young kid too, by the way. He fell out of the boat, never to be seen again, and somehow turned up in one of these metal barrels. If he just fell out of a boat and drowned, then why the fuck would he be shoved inside of one of the metal barrels at the bottom of the lake? Wow. Yeah, bodies. Bodies might actually be coming out of the closet on this one, guys. And if not, there's going to be something just as drastic. There's going to be some sort of natural something that ends up occurring, that ends up exposing some of the things that are going on with these people in this one. I feel like these people have been doing what they're doing because of the things that you've been exposing, because of the things that have been hidden, that you've been bringing to the surface. And I feel like, regardless of whether or not they want it to, these things are going to be fully exposed. The things you've been talking about, the things that you've been knowing about, the things that you've been doing something about. Bug. Wheel. Axle. Somebody could have even messed with your car in this pile. There could have been something to do with somebody messing with your car. Lead. Sleep. Somebody could have been having some visions in their dreams in this pile as well. Coax. Somebody could have been trying to coerce or coax somebody in some way, trying to get them to do something that they wanted them to do. Axe, A-X-E. My axe is my body. Somebody could have been trying to intimidate you. Somebody could have been trying to intimidate you and stop you from being a witness in some sort of situation. Or maybe they could have been trying to intimidate the witnesses that there were. Aid, Lad, Dale. Dale Griffith? No. Buko. There could have been a lot of money involved in this situation as well. Loose lug nuts, yes. And then axle, that would be kind of the same area of the car as well. And wheels. And the whole word of wheel ain't even in here, but yeah, wax. Code. Locate. Location. Somebody could have also, there could have been something placed on somebody, something that could have been giving out a beacon of some sort. I really don't necessarily love doing readings like that, and I don't do them often. This is like one of the few readings where, in a long time, where something like that has come up, because I don't like people being paranoid or worried about things that may not even be going on. And so only take these things if these things are actual things going on in your life. Dex, which is reminding me of Dexter. Deal. Somebody may be trying to make a deal in some way. And actually this picture came up in one of them yesterday, so I know there's somebody here who may be relating to some of this too. Warm hugs. Thank you. Leo. A reporter in a war-torn area could have something to do with this, or somebody may have some pictures or photographic evidence of something, and that may be coming to you as a thank you for some of the things that you've done in their life. Someone might have actually even hired a private investigator as well to look into the things that have been going on, to protect you or keep you safe in some way. I feel like a lot of you are going to be getting a gift in the near future as a thank you from someone, and this gift is going to be, there's going to be some sort of proof in here. There's going to be some sort of something in here that's going to help you with what you're dealing with in some way. Someone might have evidence as well about how someone has tried to destroy your house or your family in some way, and why. Whoever this person is going, whoever these people are going to have to watch you rise to the spotlight. Some of you guys, there's going to be like news interviews or something like that, or there's going to be like a movie made or a book written about the things you've been going through. Some of you might actually be the ones that are doing that as well. This stuff's going to be very seen and very known by the public in some way. We have the Four of Cups, the Four of Scythes, Temperance. It's your coma. Somebody literally just said, it's your coma. Like, okay, fine, you're going to do what you want to do. It's your coma. And all they said was, it's your coma. And I'm just like, why can't any of you ever just talk normal? Why has everybody got to be so cryptic and weird? Well, you know, that's probably how some people feel about me sometimes too. Your patience is going to be paying off. Your dedication is going to be paying off. Your faith is going to be paying off. Ooh, you have photos of your neighbors making meth, huh? Wow. Yeah, that's kind of a dangerous one to have, ain't it? Because when they're at that high of a level, it can definitely make a difference. So these people are going to end up very stuck in their head. They're going to end up feeling really stupid or like naive. They're going to be feeling like jackasses for underestimating you. That is definitely one of the things that's coming through, is the underestimation. These people could have tried to convince you or coerce you or tried to push you to join them in some way, or tried to change you in some way. Maybe even tried to possess you in some way, like tried to take over your energy in some way. Some of these people are going to end up in the hospital, because we got this one here where she's in the hospital on machines. These people are going to end up having to deal with a lot of people that just won't want to hear a single thing they have to say, because they know they're full of shit. Now we sound the drums of war. Savages, savages, barely even human. Savages, savages, killers at the core. They're different from us, which means they must be evil. Now we sound the drums of war. What's funny is both sides are just as bad. Doesn't matter if they're on that side or if they're on the side of the cops are just as bad. I'll say this much. Who makes money off of the drug war? The cartel and the government. So who doesn't want the drug war to stop? The cartel and the government. Those are the two people that make money off of it. It's profitable for both sides. So they keep us divided. They keep us hating both sides. They keep us, you know, whatever else. We never really notice that, yeah, those are the ones profiting off of it. Honestly, I don't feel like anybody that is just doing drugs deserves to be in prison. In Idaho, the reason that 9 times out of 10 a pedophile will not end up in prison, but a drug addict will, is because we don't have the things to help pedophiles in prison. They won't get the help that they need in prison. Neither do drug addicts. Most of them, in fact, become bigger drug addicts because it triggers their PTSD. It triggers all of their past abuse. It causes them to actually get worse in a lot of ways. Plus, it fucks up their life when they get back out, too. If you have a felony on your record, now try doing anything in your life. Including voting or owning a firearm, or, you know, being able to speak out against injustices even, or anything. You don't get to have a say in this country anymore. Oh, but we're just going to give house arrest to somebody who raped 2 kids under 10. That happened a few years back here. It's been a few years, like 10 years, but yeah. Yeah, they do. Idaho and Utah are the 2 worst ones about it, too. And they have, it's like the most high level of church in the state, in those 2 states. And those are the 2 states where they have the highest amount of pedophiles and rapists living in them. And did you know that they didn't even have to register on the sex offenders list in Utah until January of this year? January of this year. Until then, nobody knew who any of them were, and they were just allowed to be there anywhere they wanted to be, right next to a school. Doesn't matter, because they didn't have to register. They didn't have to tell anybody where they were at. They didn't have to anything. Not until January of this year. Wow. That's some crazy shit to think about, right? But everybody knows who the ex-druggie is that's been to jail, because those are the bad people. And then people will be like, yeah, but they're out there robbing and raping and killing people. Not all of them. There's a couple, yeah. There's some of them, yeah, that are doing that. The majority of them, no. And what are we, the thought police? We're just going to arrest them all because they could do that, or they may do that, or they will do that instantly, or some of them may never do that. There's plenty of sober people that do that. Plenty of sober people that do that. If it's in them, it's in them. Drugs or not. Anyway, these people are going to have to watch you maintain balance in your life. They're going to have to watch your faith and your dedication pay off. They're going to have to watch, for some of you, your rise to fame. And some of these people aren't even going to be able to watch it because they're either going to be dead or in a hospital. And some of these people are definitely going to be imprisoned as well. And nobody's going to be listening to them. Nobody's going to be paying attention to anything they have to say. They're going to be enduring a lot of judgment. It is a slippery slope, definitely. But they keep us all hating people like that, so, you know, that's where our focus is sitting instead of on the people that are actually doing those things, which includes our own fucking government. All I gotta do is ask the cops that stuck that bag of meth in my bag. Never owned one and never had one in my bag. Not saying I've never done anything in my life. And I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but what I am saying is that appeared out of fucking nowhere. And my boyfriend is testifying on the 6th that it was his. And I mean, yeah, he could have put it there, but his was in his pocket. And honestly, I don't think it was his. I'm pretty sure it was them. Because they've been trying to do that shit for 3.5 years. Rest easy. Take some time for self-care. Take some time for you. Remain balanced and grounded in your life. And know that everything that has been going on is going to be taken care of. Let go of control and allow the universe to take care of this for you, because it is going to. So that is pretty much what I got for the karma of Pile 3's Gangstalkers. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it. Whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, all that kind of good stuff. And if you guys did enjoy this, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp or donation. Hit that little super thanks button. Everything that you guys do to help my channel and support my channel, and all the purchases you make, everything you guys do really helps me out so much, you guys. And thank you so much for that. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate you. I appreciate you all. And I really hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.